Hey, we're joined by Staff Sergeant David Bellavia, who's the Iraq War's only living Medal of Honor recipient. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, happy Veterans Day. How are you?
We're great. Thank you. We appreciate it. And thanks for the time. And, before we get into the book, Remember the RamRods, how this came about, kind of let people in on what happened in 2004.
Yeah, so 18 years ago, right during Veterans Day, it was the Battle of Fallujah. Marines, sailors, airmen, Army soldiers. I was an Army infantryman from the 1st Infantry Division. The RamRods, that was my unit, and we had a long history since 1812, and now we're in this generational struggle, house clearing. The women and children are long gone. Fallujah was a city that was close-quarter battle. I don't care if you're the Marvel Avengers or you're SEAL Team 6. Dude has a machine gun behind the door. You open that door up, there's a machine gun behind that door. Mm-hmm. What these men did during the Battle of Fallujah is one of the most incredible urban fights in our nation's history. And we got through it. And in my situation, on my 29th birthday back in 2004, I found myself, my platoon was in a house with a bunch of bad guys, and I just kept going until my luck ran out, and by the grace of God, it didn't run out. My math isn't all that great. I thought there was about 2 in there, but they had friends. And it got rough. It devolved. It devolved into a hand-to-hand combat struggle, and, I made it out. And after that, I just put the war away. I put it in a locker box and just kind of hid it away, like so many veterans do. We don't low crawl to the copier. We're not, buying pizza and saying 4, 5, 9er when we're making phone calls.
Come on.
We are just, the war is behind us. And out of the blue, the President of the United States calls me up and says, you're going to be the only guy of 4 million people that are alive today from the Iraq War. And I had no idea. A coworker told me, hey, a guy with your name is getting the MOH. I was like, yeah, that's weird. A lot of Bellavias around here, Yeah.
Well, I remember the day that you were awarded the Medal of Honor. It was on my birthday. And it was June 25th of whatever year that was. I just remember the actual ceremony because I turned on the TV and I was like, it was my birthday. I was like, what's in the news today? And I watched the ceremony. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you didn't want to...
I tell you, I appreciate that. It was cool. For me, I thought, I was, my whole life was, now I have to be a forever soldier. I'm a professional veteran forever. And so in that moment, for 14 years, I thought I missed combat. But I peaked in my 20s. My best years were behind me, and I missed the adrenaline, the sense of purpose. And I realized it wasn't the war. It was the people I was serving with. It was the relationships. My validation wasn't getting shot at. My validation was being needed. I needed to feel that I was needed in a fight, needed at a company. I had a purpose and a direction and a sense of this is who you are. And those RamRods, my team, my platoon, my company, my battalion, they were my reason. They were my family. And we're all different. We love different. We look different. We vote. We cancel each other's votes out. We're not, one mind, monolithic.
Yeah.
We are
America.
A group of America, and we get it done. We respect each other. We get it done. And I brought my guys back to the White House. And from that day on, I'm back with my RamRods. I'm back with my guys again. And my family's restored. And all of us have a spring to our step because we realize we don't miss the war. We miss each other. Yeah. That sense, if we can give veterans that sense of purpose today and remind them of their greatness, we're going to have a better culture, a better society.
Amen.
Staff Sergeant David Bellavia is on the phone with us. It is Veterans Day. He is the Iraq War's only living Medal of Honor recipient. I'd like to come back and talk a little more with you, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, more coming up. Hang on. All right, Staff Sergeant David Bellavia is joining us, the Iraq War's only living Medal of Honor recipient.
You were talking about, in the book, the RamRods. What is the name of the book, Big D?
Remember the RamRods.
Remember the RamRods. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. The thing is, I'm going to check it out on my library app here in just a moment. And if they don't have a copy, because sometimes they make you wait, I'm just going to have to buy it. But what I wanted to bring up is, you know, you were talking about you kind of put the war behind you. You went back into regular life. And then when they reached out to you, why is there always reluctance? I always find that it's interesting. It's the one thing that is common in every single Medal of Honor recipient story. There's always the reluctance to accept that award.
The entire culture of the military is about team. It's about selflessness. And when you're a leader, you care. We go to bed. We're the last ones to get sleep, the last ones to eat. If there's an injury, everyone gets taken care of. We are surrogate parents to our soldiers and sailors and airmen. That's the role. We love unconditionally. These are not just numbers. If you have a child, you're thinking, these 11 men under my control, under my protection, these are babies to someone's mom and dad. I got to bring them home. Their life is more valuable than mine. And then all of a sudden, in that culture, the way we breed people in our military, we take one guy and say, by the way, and play trumpets and bring out big shrimp and say, this guy, of all everyone else, let's give him a special green sombrero to wear everywhere. The Oscar you don't wear on your neck, you know. You don't walk around with your daytime Emmy, you know, hanging from a chain. The Medal of Honor is an award that is, everyone knows what it is. The Nobel Prize, the Pulitzer, nobody knows what the hell that is. You can put that around your neck, it looks like you bowled a 300. Nobody knows what the Medal of Honor, everyone identifies. And it stops people in their tracks. And so my whole purpose was to say, we did this together as a unit. And you sacrificed for me, I would always sacrifice for you because that's who we were. Let's do the Medal of Honor together as a unit. And so that, on your birthday in 2019, 14 years after we fought, my platoon, my company got on stage. And it's one of the things I'm the most proud of is that they all came back. The Gold Star parents who lost their sons, they came back. And we stood on a stage as a family, as a unit together, and we haven't left our lives since.
I love it. It's called Remember the RamRods. Remember the RamRods. Pick it up and enjoy a great read. Staff Sergeant David Bellavia, thank you so much, man, and have a wonderful Veterans Day, and thank you for your service.
Hey, you're worth it. Thank you so much for all the veterans out there. God bless you guys.
See you, man. Bye-bye.
Wow, we have videos, lots of them, more than just the one you watched. We got more and more and more and more.
Yeah, subscribe, hit the notification bell, or we'll tell your mom.